Allison, his son, in second. What a tremendous family performance.
Running out, my face was like this.
I suppose I shall know him when I see him, which was sad.
And I thought it just sounded neat. And so we became the Alabama Gang.
Bobby Allison, the legendary NASCAR driver and Hall of Famer, passed away on November 9, 2024, at 86. He died peacefully at his home in Mooresville, North Carolina. The cause of death was not disclosed. His family said he had been in declining health for years. He has 84 career wins in the NASCAR Cup Series and a 1972 championship. He is one of the top 10 winningest drivers in NASCAR history. Allison's success on superspeedways, especially his victories in the Daytona 500 in 1978 and 1982, cemented his legacy as a master of high-speed racing. His aggressive but consistent driving made him a fan favorite. His fierce rivalries with NASCAR icons like Cal Yarborough and Richard Petty added to his appeal. Beyond his career, Bobby Allison's impact extended to his family. His sons, Davey and Clifford, both pursued racing. Davey became famous before his tragic death in 1993. This kept the Allison name synonymous with NASCAR. Allison's legacy goes beyond victories and championships. After a horrific crash in 1988 that nearly ended his career, he became an advocate for driver safety. He influenced the development of safety measures like the HANDS device. After racing, he mentored young drivers. He also helped NASCAR grow. Inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame in 2011, Bobby Allison is a pioneer in the sport. NASCAR's 50 Greatest Drivers list recognized him as one of the best. His impact on NASCAR's culture, his drive for safety, and his sportsmanship inspire fans and drivers alike. Bobby Allison's name means more than racing wins. It stands for the spirit of perseverance, family, and respect that built NASCAR. Judith Jamison, an acclaimed dancer and director, died on November 9, 2024, at 81. She was the artistic director of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. She died after a brief illness in New York. She is famous for her work as a dancer, choreographer, and artistic director. Her legacy is her groundbreaking work in the arts, especially in African American dance. It also includes her long leadership at the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. As a key figure in modern dance, Jamison influenced generations. She shaped contemporary ballet and modern dance. Her work with the Alvin Ailey Dance Theater best shows Jamison's legacy as a dancer. There, she became the company's principal dancer. Her most famous performance was in Revelations, Alvin Ailey's signature piece. She performed it with unmatched passion and grace. Jamison's skill and expressiveness added depth to Ailey's work. They elevated it to new artistic heights. Jamison has choreographed pieces beyond her work at Alvin Ailey. They showcase her unique voice in modern dance. Her work is known for its boldness and emotional depth. It addresses identity, race, and the human experience. It is culturally relevant. She helped to recognize African American dancers and choreographers in the dance community. Jamison received many awards for her art. They included honorary degrees, lifetime achievement awards, and recognition from top arts institutions. Her legacy is in her awards and achievements. It is also in her role as a mentor to countless young dancers, especially women of color. They see her as a role model for excellence in a field dominated by whites. Georgina Cooper, the iconic 1990s British supermodel, died on November 8, 2024, at 46. She died on the Greek island of Kos just a few weeks after marrying her new husband, Nigel. The cause of death was a blood-brain hemorrhage. It was due to complications from long COVID. She supported cultural preservation, social justice, and education. A passionate advocate for the arts, Cooper supported various art forms. He wanted future generations to access cultural experiences. Her philanthropy went beyond the arts. It focused on education, healthcare, and community development for underserved populations. Cooper believed in education's power to transform. He wanted to create opportunities for marginalized youth to pursue their dreams. As a mentor, she inspired and guided many artists and philanthropists. She helped them with their careers and personal growth. Her influence extended internationally. She promoted cultural exchange and collaboration to bridge divides through the arts. Cooper's innovative philanthropy greatly impacted the communities she supported. Her legacy lives on in the programs she helped create. Her work inspires those who seek to change the world through art, education, and social impact. Spencer Milligan, best known as Rick Marshall on Land of the Lost, died on April 18, 2024, at 86. The cause of death was not disclosed. He was a talented actor with a long career in television and film. His role as Rick Marshall on the TV show Land of the Lost, 1974-1976, won fans' hearts. He and his children are trapped in a prehistoric world. It is full of dinosaurs and strange creatures. It is an adventure. His role in Land of the Lost impacted generations of viewers. The show is now a cult classic, captivating audiences through reruns and adaptations. Spencer Milligan's legacy goes beyond Land of the Lost. It includes his work in TV and film. In the 1970s and 1980s, he appeared in many shows and movies. He often had guest spots or supporting roles. This built a reputation for his versatile acting talent. His warm, charismatic presence made him a favorite with audiences. They especially admired his portrayal of characters with integrity, leadership, and strength. Milligan's legacy also includes his work behind the scenes as a producer and director. He was best known for his acting, but he also shaped the industry. He helped create and produce various TV shows. As an educator, he sought to mentor young actors. He passed on the skills and knowledge he gained over his career. Also, Spencer Milligan was dedicated to his craft. He formed lasting friendships in the industry. His work inspired both his peers and future actors. They admired his performances and the quality of his work. Spencer Milligan is best known for his role in Land of the Lost. Yet, his legacy is his versatility, passion for the arts, and impact on fans in the industry. June Spencer, the beloved actress who played Peggy Woolley on BBC Radio 4's The Archers, died on November 8, 2024, at 105. She died peacefully in her sleep at her home in Leatherhead, Surrey. She is also known for her role as Peggy Woolley in the long-running BBC radio drama The Archers. Spencer's career spanned over 7 decades. She became a beloved figure in British broadcasting. She was the last survivor of the original cast of The Archers. The show has been a staple of British radio since its 1950 debut. Her 70-plus years playing Peggy Woolley made her a household name. It also made her an iconic voice in British culture. Spencer's legacy as a trailblazer in radio is undeniable. She was a pioneer of British radio drama, helping to shape the medium into what it is today. Her work on The Archers showed her dedication and resilience. Even in her hundreds, she recorded new episodes, proving her passion for her craft. Her professionalism and commitment won her many awards. They include an OBE for her services to drama. June Spencer's influence extended beyond The Archers. Her career raised the profile of radio drama. She was respected for her long career in the industry. But her ability to add depth, warmth, and authenticity to her characters mattered most. They resonated with generations of listeners. Peggy, her character, became central to many lives. She reflected Britain's changing social and cultural landscape over decades. Tony Todd of Candyman and Final Destination died on November 6, 2024, at 69. He died peacefully at his home in Marina del Rey, California. The exact cause of death was not disclosed, but it was mentioned that he had been battling a long illness. Best known for his role as the terrifying Candyman in the 1992 horror film, Todd became a legend in the genre. His deep, commanding voice and strong presence made him a standout. He created a character that is a horror symbol to this day. Todd's career spanned over 4 decades beyond Candyman. He had notable roles in Night of the Living Dead, 1990, The Rock, 1996, and TV series like Star Trek, The Next Generation, and 24. Todd was widely admired for his versatility. He transitioned seamlessly between horror, drama, and action. His performances were praised for their depth and intensity. As a voice actor, he used his unique voice for many animated characters and video game roles. This made him popular beyond the screen. His impact on horror is profound. Candyman is now a cultural touchstone. Todd's portrayal embodied the film's themes of urban legends and fear. His legacy endures in pop culture through sequels and reboots. Tony Todd's professionalism earned him respect from fans and colleagues. His ability to infuse any role with gravitas left a mark on the entertainment world. His death is a big loss, but his legacy in horror will live on in audiences' minds for years. Norman Lear, the legendary TV producer, died on December 5, 2023, at 101. He created All in the Family and The Jeffersons. He died of cardiac arrest. Congestive heart failure was a cause. A pioneering producer, writer, and director, Lear is best known for his 1970s sitcoms. They include All in the Family, Good Times, Maude, and The Jeffersons. They are iconic and groundbreaking. Through these shows, Lear entertained and challenged audiences. He tackled racism, sexism, and class inequality. They were controversial issues avoided in mainstream TV then. His work changed the sitcom format. It turned it from fun entertainment to a tool for social commentary. All in the Family broke new ground. It confronted racism, homophobia, and war. It did this while making audiences laugh. The show featured the abrasive, bigoted Archie Bunker. Lear's humor and social critiques were key to his success. They made a lasting impact with his shows. Beyond his role as a creator, Lear shaped TV's cultural landscape. His focus on diversity and inclusivity was ahead of its time. It put African American, women's, and working-class characters at the center of American TV. His show The Jeffersons was one of the first sitcoms to star a wealthy black family. It became a milestone for racial representation in media. Lear was a creator and a social justice advocate. He used his platform to promote activism and support progressive causes. He was a vocal advocate for freedom of speech, the rights of minorities, and the importance of responsible media. His legacy goes beyond TV. It has influenced generations of writers, producers, and creators. They continue to push the limits of storytelling. Even in his later years, Norman Lear was a force in the industry. He produced new work and engaged in activism. His work in TV and advocacy for social change has made him a key figure in American entertainment history. His legacy shapes how TV tackles social issues. His influence is seen in modern shows that entertain while challenging social norms. Jim Hoagland, a two-time Pulitzer Prize winner, died on November 4, 2024, at 84. He was an esteemed journalist. He died at a hospital in Washington, D.C. The specific cause of death was not disclosed. A longtime columnist and editor for The Washington Post, Hoagland was renowned for his insightful, in-depth coverage of global affairs. This included the Cold War, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and major Middle Eastern conflicts. His work showed a strong commitment to investigative reporting. It also showed a deep understanding of international relations. He could distill complex political issues into clear, accessible narratives. Hoagland's career lasted over 5 decades. He became a trusted voice in American journalism. His writing was clear, rigorous, and deep. It earned him respect from peers and readers. He was especially noted for his coverage of U.S. foreign policy and diplomacy. His work was a key resource for understanding the political landscape of the time. Hoagland was a key figure in the Washington Post's editorial team. His work won many awards, including a Pulitzer Prize for international reporting. He helped the paper gain a reputation for high-quality, reliable journalism. His pieces took a nuanced, thoughtful approach to political events. They provided readers with historical context and a look at future implications. Hoagland's legacy also extends to his influence on the next generation of journalists. His passion for the truth and ethical reporting inspires journalists worldwide. His ability to handle complex geopolitical topics with empathy and precision is a model for them. His impact on political reporting and analysis endures. Many of his articles remain relevant today. The world still grapples with the same global issues he expertly covered. Jim Hoagland's legacy is one of integrity and rigor. He was deeply committed to informing the public about global issues. His work greatly impacted journalism and political discourse in the U.S. and abroad. Gena Rowlands, a legendary actress, died on August 14, 2024, at 94. She was known for her roles in A Woman Under the Influence and The Notebook. She died from complications of Alzheimer's, which she'd had for years. Rowlands was known for her skill at portraying complex, emotional characters. She became one of her generation's most revered actresses. Her legacy is tied to the works of her late husband, acclaimed director John Cassavetes. She collaborated with him on several groundbreaking films. They created a work that pushed the limits of cinematic storytelling. It helped define modern independent film. Rollins is best known for her roles in Cassavetes films, Faces, 1968, A Woman Under the Influence, 1974, and Opening Night, 1977. These films showed her talent for portraying ordinary women. They dealt with profound emotional struggles, often confronting themes like mental illness, identity, and sacrifice. In A Woman Under the Influence, Rollins played Mabel, a mentally ill woman. Her performance earned an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. It cemented her as one of the 20th century's most powerful screen actresses. Her performances had a rawness and vulnerability that resonated with audiences and critics alike. They were deeply emotional. Rollins had a rare gift. She could connect with her characters. This made them feel real and relatable, even in extreme situations. Few matched her talent for subtlety and nuance. It earned her critical acclaim and a devoted following. Besides her work with Cassavetes, Rollins had a diverse career. She had memorable roles in both film and TV. She earned several Golden Globe nominations. She won a Best Actress award at the Venice Film Festival. These successes solidified her as one of the greats of American cinema. Later in her career, Rollins acted in both film and TV. She earned praise for her unique style and emotional truth. She adapted to new challenges while keeping them. Gina Rollins' influence went beyond her acting. She became a role model for actresses. They sought to take on complex, challenging roles in an industry often dominated by stereotypes of women. Her drive for excellence and her fearlessness in tough roles have made her a pioneer in American film. Rollins' work inspires new generations of filmmakers and actors. Her timeless performances are a testament to her legacy as a great talent in film history. Elwood Edwards, the voice of AOL's You've Got Mail, died on November 5, 2024, at 74. He died at home in New Bern, North Carolina. A stroke earlier in the year caused complications. His iconic voice is a symbol of the digital age. Edwards is best known as the voice of AOL's dial-up assistant. He introduced the phrase, "You've got mail." It became a famous 1990s expression and a key part of the internet for millions of users. Edwards' work was among the first on the internet. It symbolized the start of the online revolution. His warm, reassuring voice became familiar to AOL's dial-up users. It marked a pivotal moment in internet history. The internet was a new frontier. Edwards' voice made it feel more personal and accessible. It bridged the gap between fast-changing technology and the everyday user. Along with his work at AOL, Edwards had a long career in radio and advertising. He voiced many projects, further shaping popular culture. His work is a nostalgic touchstone for early web users. His voice resonates with those who grew up in that era. The phrase "You've got mail" is simple yet impactful. It is now linked to the excitement of early internet communications. Though less famous than some peers, Edwards' voice work was vital to the digital world. He was part of a tech revolution. His voice became a lasting part of the internet's culture. Elwood Edwards' legacy lives on in millions. They remember the iconic sound of dial-up internet. He is an unsung but key figure in modern communication. David Sanborn, the Grammy-winning saxophonist, passed away on May 12, 2024, at the age of 78. He died from complications of prostate cancer, which he had since 2018. His illness made it tough to perform, but he kept a busy schedule until recently. Sanborn was known for his emotive, expressive playing. He brought a unique voice to the alto saxophone. He blended jazz, funk, R&B, and pop into a style that was both accessible and groundbreaking. Sanborn became a defining figure in modern jazz. His work influenced generations of musicians and captivated audiences with his unique sound. Sanborn's breakthrough came in the 1970s and 1980s. His blend of soulful expression and skill set him apart in jazz and the wider music world. His work with legends like Stevie Wonder and David Bowie helped shape the sound of pop music in this era. Sanborn's work with these musicians also extended into his solo career. His albums Hideaway, 1979, and Voyeur, 1981, received critical acclaim. They cemented his status as a major force in contemporary jazz. Sanborn's solo success is notable. His work with various artists across genres helped blur the lines between jazz and pop music. His warm, lyrical tone and dynamic stage presence made him a sought-after collaborator. Artists wanted to add emotional depth to their music. Sanborn's skill at shifting genres and his unique voice boosted his influence. Sanborn's impact also includes his role as a pioneer of smooth jazz. But his sound was never confined to its more commercial elements. His blend of improvisation, melody, and emotion made him a leader in modern jazz. His work still resonates with many listeners. Even as a veteran, Sanborn remained relevant. He released albums and performed worldwide well into the 2000s. His recordings are timeless classics. His influence is heard in countless saxophonists and musicians across genres. David Sanborn's legacy is one of musical evolution. He shaped contemporary jazz and left a mark on both the jazz community and the broader music world. His work inspires musicians and listeners. It cements his status as a top, influential saxophonist in modern music. Darius Morris, the former NBA player, passed away on May 2, 2024, at the age of 33. He died of coronary heart disease, with drug and alcohol use playing a significant role in his death. The LA County Medical Examiner's report listed ethanol, cocaine, and hydrocodone as contributing factors. A former pro basketball player, Morris was known for his NBA point guard skills. He was a dynamic leader and a great player. His career in the league was short, but his legacy endures. He contributed to the sport, inspired young players, and impacted his teams. Morris played for several NBA teams, including the Lakers, 76ers, and Grizzlies. His NBA career was brief, but he showed great talent. He had a strong court vision, a knack for passing, and good leadership. His success as a playmaker made him a valuable asset to his teams during his time in the league. He could not build a long-term career at the highest level, but he showed enough promise to be drafted by the Lakers in the 2011 NBA draft. They picked him in the second round. After his NBA career, Morris pursued his love of basketball. He played in various overseas leagues. His international career let him showcase his talents. His passion for the game remained despite an early exit from the NBA. His perseverance and dedication to basketball, even after leaving the league, shaped his legacy. He is an athlete who never gave up on his dreams. Darius Morris's passing at 33 shocked the basketball community. It left a hole in the hearts of his teammates, coaches, and fans. His legacy is more than his basketball skills. It includes his impact as a role model for young players. Morris had a strong work ethic, a team-first attitude, and resilience. He knew the value of hard work and dedication, no matter the obstacles. He was a player who embodied those qualities. Darius Morris's life was tragically short. His story reminds us to cherish every moment. Life is fragile. His skill as a player, work ethic, and leadership will ensure he is remembered in the basketball world. This is especially true for those who knew him or watched him play. His legacy lives on in the memories of his teammates, coaches, and fans. They admired his character and determination,